Hello and welcome to Channel 2S. I'm your host, Second Soundwave. I know, I am way behind on Gunpla news. I apologize. I'm going to get to catching up on everything else as soon as I can. But first, we have something special to talk about because last night there was a big old press conference down in Japan and they revealed new stuff. A lot of new stuff for Iron-Blooded Orphans and for Build Fighters. Now, I say a lot for Iron-Blooded Orphans and Build Fighters, but what I mean is a lot for Iron-Blooded Orphans because the only thing Build Fighters we got to see clear images of is this bad boy right here. This is the Scramble Gundam, and I really like this, like, a lot. Like, I look at this and I'm like, okay, so we got Lightning Zeta, the arm guns. The arm guns, they look like their own thing. I'm going to go out on a limb and say they kind of remind me of those hip skirt cannons that the Zeta Plus uses, sort of. Maybe a little Gaplant in there. I'm not really sure, but they definitely fit the style. We got Plavsky crystals all over the place, and my personal favorite part of it, it's got big old Destiny Gundam style wings, and I like that a lot. And of course, it's a transforming suit, so those wings are put to good use, and it looks quite nice. Looks like this is going to be coming out in September for like 2,300 yen, which is a lot, but again, it's a Zeta-type transformer, so those tend to be a little on the higher side, not really surprised by that. So, Iron-Blooded Orphans, lots of new stuff for Iron-Blooded Orphans. First thing is, of course, the new version of the Gundam. It's called the Gundam Barbatos Lupus, and over the 12 hours that I've known this kit existed, I've gone from hating it to being indifferent to really, really liking it. Because it's definitely a different version of the Barbatos. It's got bigger shoulder pads. It has more red, which is what I didn't like at first. I didn't like the red. I thought there was too much red. I thought the V-fin was too big. Looking at it again, I like it a lot. And looking at all of these mobile suits as a whole, I'm noticing a trend with this season, this new second season, of sleekening. Like, it's gone from rounded, almost medieval-looking designs with very simple rustic weapons to a more high-tech look. It's almost like it just feels like basically, what I'm trying to say is kudos to whoever the mechanical designer for this series is, because it feels like a very natural sort of technological progression from the last season. It's awesome. It's got this cool sword thing, and again, it looks like a technological successor to the Barbatos, and I am okay with that. I'm very okay with that. And that's not the only one we get, because we get what they're calling Gundam A. It is fairly obvious that it's like the souped-up version of the Gujian Rebake, and I'm totally okay with that. They made the design look really good. I am happy about that, because Gujian Rebake 1.0, not something I'm a fan of. This design I can get behind. It's got a very sort of futuristic look, lots of angles, lots of hard edges. Very, very cool looking, and I like the new shield. It looks like it opens in some way to form some kind of claw. I want to see more pictures of that, because that really interests me. This is coming out in, looks like October 10. Yeah, 10 would be October, so it's October, 1,200 yen, a little higher than a normal IBO kit, not too bad. I'm worried about stickers, because Gujian Rebake, the first one, a lot of stickers, a lot of white sections, a lot of orange sections, all of them were stickers, and I'm really, really hoping this doesn't go down that same route, because I really want to like this kit, because it's such a cool looking design. And then we have some more Gundams. These ones are not painted, they're just resin prototypes, but we got this bad boy right here. This is Gundam B, and I like Gundam B quite a lot. I really want to see what color this is, because right now it looks super awesome. I love the shape of the armor, I love the shape of the head, the weapons are cool. It looks like it has some kind of lance, it looks like it's got a missile pod. All of those are thumbs up in my book. Super awesome, super excited. Looking at this little name tag underneath it, and it looks like it's coming out in December, but I could be completely wildly wrong. I don't know. Apologize in advance if I'm wrong. Moving on to Gundam C. And Gundam C has some big old shoulder cannons. I like that. I like that a lot. Again, not much to say about it, because we don't know anything about it other than the fact that we have a resin prototype image of it. So, moving on to the grunts. We have what I'm referring to as the Super Greys and what Bandai is referring to as MSA. It is, like I said, basically a Super Greys. Souped up, beefed up, amped up, looks like it has a new frame, or at least parts of a new frame, and honestly, I'm not as big a fan of it as I am of the original Greys, but it does have some cool points. nice weapons. I like how it has like doubled up versions of the spears that came with the Schwalbe Greys, or rather in the upgrade set for the Schwalbe Greys. I'm liking that a lot. We got this thing here, also called MSA. I'm not sure why they called this one MSA as well, because it's not the same thing, obviously. But this guy here has a big old gear on its back that splits into a pair of Gundam Sandrock-style swords. Really digging that, really digging that. The head. The head reminds me of something that's escaping my memory right now, but that mecha from Metal Gear Solid 5 that they made a Kotobukiya kit of. I think it's called the Seko something Lophagus or something. It looks like that. That's what I think of every time I look at this. And that looks about it. So, oh yeah, one more thing. There is a upgrade set coming down the line. So it's got a sword and a gun. We got a pair of these things that look like sleek, slim, trim, sort of dual weapon versions of the maces, of the mace rather, that the Gundam Barbatos Form 1 used. And looks like there's two of them, like there's some kind of dual club weapons. And then we got these cannons, and I wasn't sure where these go at first, but then if you look down at the bottom of the image, they're saying that they're working on a 1/100, and looking at that silhouette, that's definitely the new Barbatos, and as you can see, it has those cannons mounted under the arms, so apparently that's where those belong. Looks like this set also has a pair of dynamic hands, as well as the usual mobile worker. Some really cool stuff here. So, that just about wraps it up. I deeply apologize for how casual and unscripted and unprofessional this video is. I'm literally just throwing this together as fast as I can just to have something out there. I feel like I've kind of let you guys down. I haven't really been putting stuff out, and I feel bad about that, so I'm just throwing this out there. I'm going to work on the catch-up episode that's going to be coming up in the next few days, hopefully it'll be up. And till then, comment down with any thoughts you have on these kits down in the comments below. It's always fun hearing from you guys. Always like interacting with you. I usually reply to most of the comments that I get because, you know, it's fun to talk to you guys. And if you enjoyed this, leave a like. Subscribe if this is the first of my videos you've seen. If you're new here, I do stuff like this a lot. Usually it's more professional than this particular video, but till then, I've been rambling on for way too long, so I'm Second Soundwave, and I'll see you next time.